Hello, buddy. Welcome to a new Breakfast with Jeff. I hope you're all having a good day. So, there's a lot of topics to talk about in this next hour, I guess. Because we got an hour on the show, which is good. Thank you. We have a brand new camera, so that's good to know. A brand new camera crew, myself, of course. A lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of things to talk about. We're talking about some things. This episode's called "I Don't Give a Blank." I can't say the word. I don't want to get strikes on YouTube, so I'll just say I don't give a blank. Star, star, star. You know what that means. A couple things we'll go through right away. I usually put the if you've been watching my videos, I've been putting my videos on YouTube, not on YouTube, but Facebook. If you have a private channel, I decided not to do that no more because what's the point of having a show if you have no audience? So I decided to go ahead and excuse me, sorry, my nose itches. No, seriously, I decided that if I'm going to do a show, I might as well have an audience. So let's get the disclaimers out right away so that's done with. Disclaimer number one. Everything I say is an opinion. This is my opinion on things. It is not hard facts, okay? That's number one. Number two, you might like it, you might not like it. That's your opinion. You want to leave a comment? Great. But if you want to sit here and write things, disparaging things, keep it to yourself. I don't need to read it. I don't need to see it. I don't need to write about it. I get it. You put a thumbs down. You don't like my post, fine. You put a thumbs up. Simple. If you don't like something, put a thumbs down. If you like it and you want to say something, go ahead and leave a comment. I don't need you to send me a bad comment. Just simply send the thumbs down. I get it. You don't like what I'm saying. Okay? That disclaimer is done with. That's pretty much it for this part of the show. Now, we're going to cover a lot of things. WWE, we're going to talk a little bit more. Give us some more updates and things that I think we should do to update and make the WWE a little bit better. I'm not saying that's not horrible, but I'm saying we can make it better. And here's a few ideas I want to pitch out. Because I'm sure you pop a thing on YouTube, once in a while, the higher-ups might look at it and say, hey, this is a great idea. Maybe we should do this. Maybe you say, well, I don't think so. I don't think it's the right idea. I'll just have to keep watching WWE programming to see if they decide to do this or not. I hope you do watch my videos. I hope you do say, that's a great idea. I'm going to put WWE in the description just so that way they know, hey, what is he talking about now? I'd love to do that. So instead of don't give a damn, we'll just call it WWE Update. Much, much better. Okay. We have that figured out. Let's see. What do we start up with? Well, we'll start up with the I don't give a dang type thing. In the world we live in a very screwed up world. Let's be honest with you, we do. Some people have opinions on how they feel and how they don't feel. One of the biggest things I have is, I did a show called Copyrights. One of the parts I did not copy and not contribute into that show was how everybody in America is talking about this. But if somebody personal talks about it, it kind of rubs them the wrong way. It's like I go on a show and they're talking about, stuff that I cannot talk about or I get a strike on my account. There might be shows that I cannot put on here, but then I find it on another channel. Why is it those people can put that stuff on another channel and don't get strikes, but I put it on my channel and I get strikes all over the place? To explain that to me, YouTube. Because I don't understand it. I don't understand how I can go and I can say, well, I can't put, let's start with WWE because they're very big on, on that stuff. Let's say I take a certain match and I throw it on my YouTube. Okay? Boom, strike. But I go on to another channel and it's not WWE and boom, there's the match sitting right there. Why is it okay on that channel but not mine? Something to think about, YouTube. Okay, done with that. Another thing about this society, I'm not going to give up on the way I feel about things. That's just how it is. I mean, people can like stuff, people can not like stuff. And I'm just going to get into it because I can't hide this stuff no more. I'm going to applaud a couple people, and people might not like it, People might love it. I don't know. I'm not trying to upset anybody. I'm just trying to tell you my opinion. Everybody's got one. I applaud Tim Walz, governor of Minnesota. Well, former governor pretty soon. I think what he said and what he's doing is absolutely wonderful. Sticking up for the lower people is absolutely fantastic. Clapping again for Fry, Jacob Fry. The first thing that shocked me and made me so happy about this guy is the way he commented on the whole situation that was going on. I think it's wonderful. It's wonderful to see somebody passionate and constructing about how he feels about what's going on. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's horrible the way people are being treated. And it's horrible. And it's just getting let go. It's the way it is. Explain to me this. One, person down south murders somebody, he goes to prison, gets the death penalty. A person in another area gets the same exact thing, and they end up getting 2, 3 years, 3, 4, 5 years in jail, in prison. Explain to me that one. I don't understand it. Why is one better than the other? And this crap about nobody's above the law, that is the biggest bunch of bull crap I've ever heard in my life. Biggest bunch of bull crap. Because you know what? If that is true, that is 100% true, then explain to me this. And this is just an opinion, so don't get all freaked out on me. Let's talk about I don't remember, just Clinton, I think President Clinton was impeached, maybe not, I'm not sure. But impeachment is one of them. If you're not going to do anything about it, then why do you even waste the time having it happen? Oh, I'm going to impeach this person, but it's not going to do nothing. It's not going to abolish him from what he's doing. It's not going to punish him for what he's doing. So why do you even go through all that? It's ridiculous. Number 2, it's not above the law. Okay, if that's true, then why do the people that do this stuff get away with it? Now, I don't think you give a mugshot to somebody just because it looks pretty. You give them a mugshot because they're being incarcerated for breaking the law. So believe me, there's nobody above the law. It's a bunch of crap. There's always somebody who's better and higher up than the law. That's enough of that. Okay, we got all that politics away. Now we're going to slide into the WWE, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. So, World Wrestling Entertainment has been doing really great. You know, Cody Rhodes got shocked by Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is the new WWE Undisputed Champ. Absolutely great. I think it's wonderful to see a fresh new face getting the WWE title. It's nice to see that Cody Rhodes is not holding on to it for 6,000, 700,000 years. I think it's great. You're doing a great job with these fresh faces. I like this. You're taking these fresh faces, you're sliding them into the WWE very slowly, and I think it's wonderful. We're getting to know who these people are. One thing, if you're sliding them in, don't sit here and have them play, oh, I'm the hot commodity, bring me to SmackDown, bring me to Raw. No. If this guy is a good upstart, bring him to SmackDown. Bring him to SmackDown, have him start off there, get him in a match against somebody, and have him wrestle. Is he going to win? Too obvious. Oh, he comes in, wins the match, boom. No. Have him come in, display all his talents. Everything that he's got to show, let it be displayed. At the end of the match, boom. That close from winning. Shows the people what he can do and how much of an athlete he is. Okay? Number 1. Number 2, now I noticed that you're trying to make the WWE women's tag team titles more relevant. So you turn them and put them off one people, put them on another. Okay, I get it. I like that idea. Good job. But I noticed that you have the open challenge for the USA title, which is great. I like that, seeing these upstarts and people that want to have a chance at the championship get an opportunity, and that's wonderful. But let's go a little bit deeper into that, okay? One thing that's coming up in the next month is Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble is wonderful. It is a wonderful, great opportunity for a wrestler to get the biggest stage of their career. But the problem is, only one can get that title. And you look at some of the roster cards, there are just amazing people that got this. Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Brock Lesnar, the list goes on and on. Now these are just upstart, number one big guys in the WWE. But what about these other people like Matt Cardona, Aleister Black, the list goes on and on. I can go on forever. Damian Priest. So what if we do this? I know that Damian Priest is a former world champion. I understand it's kind of irrelevant to put him into a match like this. But just hear me out. You did a great job of getting the U.S. title, and you did a great job of putting that as a mainframe people. But the problem is the WWE Intercontinental title is just kind of sitting there. Just sitting there, and it's not. You're not really hearing much about it. We're going to take care of that right now. Here's how it's going to happen. Here's what I think you should do. You should take the WWE when WrestleMania comes. Instead, I know that you have the WWE, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which is great. It's a prestigious event. But let's say for the minute you could have the Royal. How about having that on WrestleMania? Okay, on WrestleMania. So what we're going to do on SmackDown the night before WrestleMania, the night before, a couple nights before, here's what you should do. The first ever 15-man, if you can do more than that, great. 15-man over-the-top rope battle royal. The winner gets a shot at the WWE Intercontinental title. And you can have it on SmackDown, you can have it on Raw, or you can even have it on a pay-per-view. It decides at what frame you want to do it. What this would do is give these young shots, these young people, the opportunity to get a chance at gold right away. And the plus about it, they get to show exactly what they can do in that ring. I mean, if you get somebody like Javon Evans, can you imagine him being in a battle royal, jumping all over the place, trying to get, knocking people out of the ring? It would be crazy. You got people like this guy, Mubamala, I can't pronounce his name, I'm sorry. But you imagine this big guy coming in and trying to knock him over the top rope? And crazy. Now, of course we haven't seen Umas in many, many months. But imagine putting him and that Oba guy together, trying to knock people over the top, knock them over the top rope. Imagine this. If you get that Omos and that Uma guy together, imagine them going for the WWE Tag Team titles. That is crazy. Two of the big guys in the WWE going together to go for the WWE Tag Team titles. That would be insane. Okay? Insane. Another thing you didn't think about is it's just something to think about. I mean, these are all opinions. I hope the WWE does look at this video and they say, that is a great idea. I think this would be really great, especially to make that WWE Intercontinental title relevant. Make people highlight exactly what this title is. Because if you're going to have this title, then you got to start getting people to know, hey, here's the Intercontinental title. But you don't hear much about it. It's kind of just sitting in the back wings, but you're highlighting more of the U.S. title and nothing about the Intercontinental title. In fact, I don't even know who the Intercontinental champion is because we never see it. So I think we really should focus on that. That'd be awesome. Let's see, what else was there to talk about with WWE? Okay, this is one of the biggest ones I'm going to talk about. When we first started this thing, way back in the, God knows how long, I always was talking about prices. Price, and price. Now, you did great. You came out a long time ago with the WWE Network. Awesome. Awesome job. People loved it. It was portable. People could enjoy it. It was awesome. But then guess what happened? Whoop! Big heads. Big heads come and started swelling up. Oh, this is working, but it's just not working. Which is understandable. I'm not a businessman. I don't know how the preparing and getting everything together on this. I understand this. But here's what you got to understand. If you say, okay, we're going to put this little price here, which is fine. If you got one little price, that's fine. It used to be Raw was on USA, SmackDown was on USA, which was just basic cable channels. They're gone. USA is still surviving with SmackDown, but Raw, gone. Now they decided they have to do it on Netflix. So now you got to pay $20, $25 a month to watch Raw, which is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, maybe you could survive by getting Netflix. Nope. Now we decided to take the pay-per-views and slide them over to ESPN. That's what, $30 a month. Now you got to pay $40, almost $50 a month to watch Raw and to watch pay-per-views. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You're not doing the right job, people. You're not doing the right job. If you want people not to... I know what you're talking. I know what you're thinking. These people are going to start doing this thing where they start doing this and doing that when they know they can't do it. But think about this. Just hear me out on the consumer's product side. You're coming home from a long day of work. You're tired. You know, you just paid your bills. You're going to click on your TV to watch WWE, and all of a sudden, you can't watch it. Why? Because WWE decided to go to Netflix. Oh, can't watch Raw. Of course not. I had to pay $30 I don't have right now. But then the neighbor next door says, hey, wait a minute. I had Netflix. I can get it for you. Not a problem. No, you can't do that. So he ends up missing Raw because you guys moved to Netflix. Business decision, I get it. But here's the situation. You don't want people to do things like that. You gotta stop pushing the prices up. They can't afford it. Understand that. When you had the WWE Network, it worked out great. If there was people up there who couldn't afford $10 a month to watch the pay-per-views, to watch all this stuff, then I don't know what to tell them. They're more far up than I thought they were. But $50, $60 a month, we're right back to where we started from. Right back to where we started from. WWE, here's the way I look at it. You don't want people to go down that road, then you better do something about your prices. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. If you actually think people are going to go and spend $60 a month to watch Raw, ain't going to happen. You think people are going to pay $60 to watch a pay-per-view? Not going to happen. And take a look at the statistics from ESPN. Not very good. Because I'll be honest with you, your pay-per-views, they've been slacking. They're not exactly what I expected them to be. You went going from 3, 4, 5 hours pay-per-views to 2, maybe 3 hours if you're lucky. That is not progress. That's not what I expected to see. And let's be honest with you. I see some players like Aleister Black, Damian Priest. Don't get me wrong, they're great wrestlers. They really are. But let's be honest with you. I came to see Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns. No, the list goes on and on. I went to see these guys. And I find out they're not going to be there? They're not on this card? What the heck? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But you know, I'm not blaming you. We all know Roman Reigns is sick. He's got leukemia. So he's going to be very in and out, trying to work on taking care of that. I'm not blaming you for that. Do what you got to do. Take care of what you got to take care of. Absolutely. But Randy Orton, we know he's got a case of back problems. Very big situation there. I'm not blaming you there. Okay? Here's the trick. Okay? Listen close. Here's the trick. Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, all them, I understand. Get these smaller guys to step up. You got people like Trick Williams. If this guy's so wonderful, step him up. You got people like Trevon Evans, step him up. You got people like Oba, whatever his name is, step him up. These guys are mainframe wrestlers in NXT and all them, step them up. Bring them to, no, don't bring them to Raw, bring them to SmackDown. We need exposure. Well, you can't send them to Netflix, nobody's going to see them. Send them to SmackDown. Let these, and then you know what, maybe in the first hour or so, show these people, hey, here's these guys, take a look. Like you said, at the end of the hour, bring your bigger guys up in the second hour. You know, that way people can enjoy, say, oh my God, this is great. And another thing about this, when they say this is awesome, it's because they appreciate what you delivered to them. But if they sit there and they just watch the pay-per-view, watch the wrestling, it's because they're kind of bored. They're like, okay, we see how this is. This is what's going on here. But, yes, I said but 10 times, sorry. The thing is, they can enjoy that. They say, this is awesome because this is a great show. But they sit in that chair and they watch it, and they're just sitting there watching. They're thinking to themselves, this is great and everything, but this is not what I expected it to be. You know, I come here to see these mainframe wrestlers, and here I'm watching, you know, this one little guy beating the hell out of this other guy. You know? Here's one more bit, and then I'll get out of this for this topic. Tip big. Don't push too hard. I know you want to make a rivalry with wrestlers, and that's great, but watching the same match over and over and over and over again is getting to be boring, boring, boring. If you're going to put them in a match over and over again, make it special. Make it special. Highlight their abilities. Go out and pick a match that you feel is good. If you're not, you don't want to push the match by putting big matches like Buried Alive and all that, then push it a little harder. Push it as a Falls Count Anywhere match or a no disqualification match. Those are good, safe matches. If you feel, hey, we want to push the limits a little bit, go ahead and do those other matches. But if you say, well, we can't just go out and put matches up, go ahead and put those no DQ matches, Pinball's Coming Anywhere match, street fight matches. Those are great matches that you can watch and say, wow, these guys are getting serious. But if you look at the same match over and over, it's like, don't these guys ever get tired of beating the hell out of each other? It's like, oh my God. So that's what I think there. So, higher ups, I hope you're watching the video. I want you to think really hard about what you want to do. Think hard about what I'm saying. I'm just trying to make this better for you. I'm trying to give you ideas. They're showing Triple H sitting here looking at emails, and he's like, oh boy. Well, now you have a chance to think about some things. What about WrestleMania? That's a good question. Surprise me. Show me something I never thought would happen. Break the barriers. What do you used to say? Break the barriers? That's right, break the barriers. You know what? Your big slogan is, are you ready? Good question. Am I ready? Am I ready? Am I ready to be surprised? Am I ready to my jaw to hit the floor? Because if that is going to happen, WrestleMania is going to explode the whole network off. It's going to make everything you ever imagined craziness. So, all I can say is do what you got to do and and get the stuff done that you need to get done. Like I said, this is a Vegas, baby. Well, then go big or go home, buddy. You got your good news is you got a couple of 2-3 months before you get to there. Well, there you go. That's all I'm saying about that. So, that as far as that's going. What's another topic I want to talk about? Oh, yes. I would love to get into another topic. I'm going to take a look at my time here, Steven. I'm up to about almost 25 minutes in this. I want to get into another topic, but I think I'm going to save it for the next episode. And just to give you a little preview, it's called Money. And we'll get into that in the next episode. So, and I don't know when I'm going to do the next episode. I might do it later today. I might do it tomorrow. I don't know. It all depends. But we'll get into the next episode in a little bit. And like I said, I'm looking pretty good here on the aspects of videos and everything like that. So, kudos there. I'm thinking what else I'm saying. No, so this is called WWE Update. It's the name of this episode. Breakfast with Jeff, of course. Just to let you know, anytime you see me in the robe, like this robe, it's Breakfast with Jeff. When you see me just sitting here with a basic shirt on, that is Jeff's Journal. Difference between the two, Jeff's Journal is on location in some crazy out place, whatever. I'll be sitting here without my jacket on, and I'll be doing that. And Breakfast with Jeff, of course, will be me with this on. The difference between Breakfast with Jeff is just sit down, talk about topics, hang out, whatever. Jeff's Journal is an update. If you're friends of mine, of course, this is the way you can kind of know what goes on with me and Sam. Sam, of course, my significant other. What's new with us, how everything's going. If you've been following us for a long time, you know how everything is. But if you're new, that's a long story. I'm not going to get into it in this final episode, part of this show. We're going to go to a little recap real fast, and then we'll get off here. Recap. If you were on, because I want to get an audience, and you want to get the audience, all my shows will be spread out. It'll be on YouTube. If you have YouTube, great. It will be on Facebook. If you want to watch it, everybody can see it on Facebook. I'm not going to restrict it anymore. I don't feel that's kind of good for me when I'm trying to get an audience. That's basically what that is. Storyline about the craziness of this robe. I have the red and black one, and I have this light one. The storyline with this craziness of having two of them is my mom bought me the red one, and Sam bought me the blue one. And I couldn't decide which one I wanted to wear. So I thought, what am I going to do? Winter months come, I thought, how about do this? How about put the thick red one underneath, and because this is a bigger material, as you can see, why not put the blue one over the top of the red and then tie them together? I found out that, it's nice and warm, and two, I'm wearing them both. So that way I'm not making anybody unhappy. I'm not, and I told him, Sam and told them both, I love them both. I love the bottom one here because it's nice and thick and warm. And I love the blue one because it's nice and thick and nice and long. And I like long robes because in that way it doesn't cover just half my body. The thing I don't really care for other than the thickness of it is this robe is very, very short. It only goes to my thighs and that's it. The one Sam got me goes all the way down to my ankles almost, which is great. Only thing I don't really care about it is it's real thin material, so it doesn't really do a great job of keeping it warm. But that's okay. It's basically, robes are just to cover yourself up after you get out of the shower. So, but in my active duties and doing stuff, it's just a whole different story. Okay, what else do I want to talk about here? I want to get up to at least a half an hour, so we're going to go ahead. Thanks to, I can't say enough about this. Over the camera. Let's talk a little bit about the camera. I got a brand new camera. I bought it on eBay, which is a great deal. I always wanted one of these. Sony Handycam. I got it from, basic things. And, okay, the storyline is a little screwed up. I did not get it from eBay. I got it from my room. A long time ago, I bought it from eBay. I found it in my room. There. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to confuse it and say that I bought it, but I didn't buy it. I had it a long time ago in my container in my room. Okay? Let's get that clear. This is a long time ago I bought this. Okay? I want to clear that up. Everybody would think, what happened? No. I clear it up. I got it in my container in my room, but a long, long time ago I bought this. A long time ago. Okay. Clear that up. And I like it because it's got the DVD on it. It's nice and small. The battery works great, 192 minutes on there. I was really surprised about these discs. The disc used to say that it was 60 minutes. It would say that it was like 30 or 50 minutes. Now it says it's like 60 minutes on the disc. And I'm sitting at about 2904 right now. So I'm really happy with the way the camera works. The only thing that didn't work was the batteries. I got batteries with it, but they died. No big deal. I went to a store and picked up a couple new batteries. They work out great. I'm sitting at 90 minutes left of battery time, so that's good. So that's the deal with the camera. So a brand new camera we got, and hope that everything works out good on there. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Oh boy, a long day. So I'm doing promotions here, so bear with me on this. I am promoting. Now these are promotions that I do. I believe in this stuff. These are opinion promotions. These are not companies that you go buy stuff from. This is just my opinion, what I think you guys should do. Um, Promotion, opinionated promotion. I always think people should do streaming. I agree with it. When I say streaming, I'm talking about taking your favorite shows, your DVDs, backing them up onto your streaming device, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. I mean, for me, it's Roku. We have a Roku. We put it on a streaming device to our computer. We take the shows and put them onto there. Digitalize your video library. I think it's a great idea. Something to do. Shows. I do digitalize my shows. All the shows I watch, I put them on a library on my computer, and then I put them to my library on my Roku, and boom, I can go ahead and watch my favorite TV program. So yes, digitalize your programs. I think it would be a great idea. Saves you a lot of time. A lot of time. And just to let you know, take a steal a phrase from Becky Lynch, that not only do I say it, but the people on the YouTube also say it as well. They say you digitalize your videos, they last a lot longer. This will wear out, but digitalizing will last a long time. So I just don't say it. YouTube says it, and there's a bunch of others that do say it as well. Okay, that is that. Another thing I promote is let's see. Well, I might be stealing this. I might not be. But I am a big firm believer in the Cash App. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for that. If I do, I apologize. But I do use the program. I like it. I'm not trying to steal anything. I promise you. I just think if I care about something, I like people to know about it. Then maybe they can get out. Maybe they can get word of mouth. And I say get word of mouth helps us out. That's what I'm just trying to do. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm stepping over boundaries by saying that. But I do use that program. I like it a lot. I hope that other people use it too. Okay, that's that. What another promotional thing I do? I don't know. I think I said all I can say here. That should be. So we're about 32 minutes now here. So, just a little preview about next times. We're going to talk about money. I won't get into more than that. You have to watch the show to know more, but that's about. Before I end it, I want to say something I don't normally say. I want to say this is something new I'm going to do at the end of my videos, and that's called thankfulness. I want to say thank you to people who has not only inspired me, but are a major part of my life. And then, I know the first thing I would say, my mother. That's a story. That's another show I'll get into, but I don't want to get into that mess, so I won't. Because I got in trouble by doing that, so I'm just not going to get into that. But people that did influence me, of course, number one would be Sam. She's my rock. She's always been there for me. I would be a shell of a person if it wasn't for her. So she's number one. Her father, number two. Her dad, since my dad passed away in the last 2011, he's been there for me. Period. Anytime I ever needed anything, he's been there. Every time I said anything, he's been there. Every time I felt anything, he's been there. Anytime I felt upset about anything, he's been there. I can pretty much talk to him about anything, and he'll listen. And I consider him almost, he's a great person. He really is. So I want to acknowledge him as well. I don't know why I say the dog, Peta, but she's a wonderful puppy dog. She really is. If you say the name Pepita, she kind of looks around like, what? But, yeah, she's a good puppy dog. And I'm thankful that we have her. She's one of a kind. We have all kinds of shows coming up. We got Update on Sleep Apnea. We got Money, which is our new episode coming up next soon. We have all kinds of stuff. So the Breakfast and Jeff shows are coming. We will have Jeff's journals coming. Like I said, we got to figure out what we're going to do. These will be shows that I'll be doing outside the house. There'll be footage. You see me, but what happens, you see me first, then we'll take the raw footage, you see that, and then I'll be back to finish off the show. So it's just like a basic talk show, except you get that raw footage to go with it. So that's what that will be. Um, what else I'm trying to say? I know I'm blabbing on here. I apologize, but I want to get that thankfulness out. I guess I'll give my final message and then I'll go. It's kind of like the final word, like in Jerry Springer, I guess. Um, just thank you. You know, thank you for. I want to say. The reason why I say always thank you for Sam is she's always been there for me, and she's been there like a rock for me for the last 17 years, and that's the storyline. I think one of these days I'm gonna do another show. I'm supposed to do a show called Money, but I think another part of that show will be called Thankfulness, and I think the show will be called Sam. And the reason why I have to do it, it's a special dedication show because she's been a rock for me for many, many, many years, and she continues to be. And I want her to know how important she is. So you want to tune in for next show because it's going to be called Sam and Money. We're going to skip the whole money thing. It will be called Sam. And you really do want to watch that show. Unfortunately, due to restrictions on that, I don't really want her to think that I'm pushing her name out and pushing it all over the web. So I'm just going to call it Thank You. So it's going to be called Breakfast with Jeff. Thank You. That's our next show. I would say the name, but I don't want her to think I'm splattering her name all over the place. But I want her to know how important she is and how special she is. So, and besides, Valentine's Day is coming up, and we're going to be having a special. That's right, we're going to have a Jeff's Journal Valentine's Day coming up very soon. So stay tuned for that. We will do another. So we have 2 more videos coming up. Breakfast with Jeff. And that was called, thank you. And then we have a new one called Jeff's Journal Thanksgiving. We're going to get into that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this video uploaded for you so you can watch it. And plus, I'm going to be right back here. We're going to do a Jeff's Journal, and I'm going to give you an update, give you pieces of this new thing called Valentine's Day. You need to know exactly what I plan on doing, how the things are. And unfortunately, I can't do all that. But it will be interesting though, anyways. But I'll just give you updates on Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day, what's going on. But that's a lot of good things going on there. So yeah. Okay, I'm babbing. Sorry. Thank you, everybody. I hope you have a good time, a good day. I'll see you in a minute. We are down to about 30, almost 40 minutes now. I want to say thank you, and I will see you next time for Breakfast with Jeff. We'll just call it. I'm gonna skip that thing. We're gonna call it Money, and that's what it's called, Money. So I'll get this all figured out. I promise. I'll get it all figured out. Till then, you all take safe, and thank you very much for watching. So long.